Howdy-ho, guys and gals. Welcome back to the Den of Tools. It is Monday, May 6th, which means it's time for, come on, say it with me, Deals of the Week! All right, we got a ton of hot deals, man. Spring has sprung. I don't know what it is, but spring has become deal season, all right? And for the last 3 or 4 years, it's just been ramping up, getting hotter and hotter. We got a ton of hot deals, plus some bonus items for you at the end. Let's jump into it. First of all, I want to thank today's sponsor. That is X-Tool. They got their D7 bidirectional scan tool. This is a fantastic budget pro level tool here. This is bidirectional. That means you're going to get the back and forth. Remember, for basically the average Joe, having a little scanner that lets you read the codes and erase the annoying ones is fine. But if you want to get into true diagnostics, you need to have that back and forth conversation, and that's what the bidirectional gets you. Now get this, it's on sale right now, and X-Tool is one of the bigger names in the industry. This thing is on sale right now, down from $419 to $325. But hold off, X-Tool, they're a friend of the den, and they got us a discount code that's going to knock another 10% off of that. That's going to make this a sub 300 bidirectional tool with the case, the whole 9 yards there. This is a fantastic tool. It's updated for 2024. This is, if you want to get serious about it, this is the one to grab. All right, now let's keep going here. We've got Bosch. Check this out, the Bosch combo here. So you're getting the fixed base and the plunge. This is top dog, all right? I used to go back and forth between Porter Cable and this, but Porter Cable packed up their bags and went home. They're no longer in the game, which means Bosch is it. They're the pinnacle, coming in at $179 for the fixed base and the plunge router there. Now we got, look at this, the Bosch compact 15 amp 10-inch dual bevel sliding miter saw, 0 rear clearance. It's got the robo arm on the back. This is a fantastic saw. Don't get me wrong, the 12-inch saw is his big brother. But for most people, I would say 99% of people, unless you're doing some really kind of weird stuff, or you're doing trim, that kind of stuff, you're doing mortises, crown molding, that kind of thing, you don't often need the 12-inch because you can usually do like a dual pass on the 10-inch. 10-inch actually fits really nicely in the shop, plus the 0 rear clearance lets you put it on any workbench. It's not going to stick out and annoy you like a lot of miter saws do. This is the top of the line when it comes to miter saws. Bosch, in my opinion, the Bosch Glide is the top of the line. This is the 10-inch, which is probably the most usable of them. It's normally $629. It's on sale right now. I think $589, and there is a $150 off coupon. That's the cheapest price I've ever seen on this. That is, if you've been waiting for this, I mean, I get it. For the guys who want the DeWalt and stuff, that's fine. But for all you guys who are going to put it in a shop, this is the saw. This is the saw to get. You want to jump all over that one. All right, let's go here. Costco 4-in-1 folding series hand truck. I've said so many times, work smart, work not hard. Don't hurt your back, because my gosh, so few people I know have had back surgery and bounced back from it and been like, I'm good as new. It is so rare. Don't even risk it. Get this cart. It's fantastic. Look at this. It does everything. It's a freaking transformer of a cart. It's $160. You're like, well, that's I don't gonna spend that much money on a cart. Like normally it's $210. You're like, yeah, I don't know. Buy it, because it's a lot cheaper than a visit to the ER. It just is. And it makes life that much easier. All right, let's keep going. We got the Kinep, anyway, digital caliper, 6-inch measuring tool. Not the bigger one, but you got IP54 splash-proof protection. It doesn't have the kind of case or battery case cover that pops off like all the other ones. Coming in at 37% off a list, down to $27 on this. We got I've never seen this one before, and I was just going through here. Never heard this brand, Bun. Who comes up with these names? Oh my gosh, they just reach into a bag of Scrabble chips and go, oh, look, I got a name. Point is this. I'm like, I was ready to pass on this. Looks like a generic set of side cutters, heavy duty snips. All right. $678, 55% off. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of listening. And then I look over the reviews, almost 8.5, or just over 8,500 views. No discernible fish hook on that. For those of you who don't know the fish hook, I got a whole video describing it. Basically, when the 1 stars, usually it comes down like this, and then it'll hit the 2 star, and then the 1 star will come way back up, and it'll look like a fish hook there. If the 1 star equals the 2 and 3, is equal to or greater than the 2 and 3 stars combined, we consider it a fish hook and basically fake reviews that you need to watch out for. This one looks just fine, and for under $7. Looks like a decent pair of snips. I might have to try it. All right, plastic welding. I got to tell you, this is one of those skills that you got to develop. There's so many things people just, like I see, like bumpers and like everything's, turning plastic these days, or plastic body panels. Being able to fix plastic is a skill you need to develop. And you can do that with this. It's $33.29. It's on sale right now. It comes with everything you need and a nice case, which means it's not something you're going to use every day unless this becomes like your side gig. You could probably get to make a lot of money fixing plastic stuff. But you can set it on a shelf, and then when you need it, everything's right there for you. Anyway, trust me, for those of you guys who do use these, chime in the comment, let everyone else know. And if you don't believe it, go down and look. They will tell you, being able to plastic weld changes the game. It's a skill you got to have if you're going to be a tool guy, all right? All right, let's keep going here. The USB wall charger, I've talked about this a ton. We use them in the RV. They're a great way, even in your shop and other places, to get some extra power there. You get in the USB so you can do phone charging in the middle. You get some extra plugs. It's got some built-in surge protection. Coming in at $13 is not bad, but you're getting an extra 5% off of that. I always look for the stacked savings. How about this? You got to get a strip. If you're in a shop, you got to have this above your workbench, right? It's $20, and okay, let's back up. $36.99, 48% takes it down to under $20. And there is right here a 20% off coupon on top of that. That's going to knock another, let's see, your 10% would be $4 off of that, basically. Yeah, a little less than $4. All right, we got the Whately 2-pack. These are third-party DeWalt batteries. Replacement battery compatible with the DeWalt DCB 200, yada, yada. 6 amp hour batteries, 2-pack for $51. We're going to pause for a second. I have this battery, all right? Not only do I have this battery, Whately contacted me and asked me to do a sponsored video. They're paying me to do a video, and that video is going to be coming out. Depends on if or when they approve it, because I'm deadly honest in it. Here's what I'm going to say. I at first was going to say I can't recommend these batteries, not because they're not good, but just third-party batteries, it's hard to make them make sense. But at $52, that's $26 for this battery. Here's what I'm going to say. Don't use them on your high-end tools, all right? If you're in the DeWalt line, you got your core tools. They're the super top powerful ones. Don't use them on that. But on your secondary, tertiary kind of tools, because those tools aren't talking to the battery as much. And that's the big problem is the higher-end tools have smart chips in them that talk to the battery and control how much power comes out of it. The battery talks back, all right? They can't do this in these third-party batteries. So it's hard for me to recommend that. But if you're running like a leaf blower or some brushed tool, stuff like that, who cares? And it's nice because it's got a built-in battery pack on the front. You got USB-A and USB-C. Let me cover my face up so you can see that's the same battery. All right. It's one of those discussions. We're going to have a bigger discussion in the video, so stay tuned for that. But at $22 per battery, maybe some nice backup batteries. Again, I wouldn't use them in your high-end tools, but for your second and third tier kind of tools, yeah, sure, why not? All right, let's keep going here. We got Craftsman. Always keep an eye out for the Craftsman guys. Their batteries are stupidly expensive, so anytime you can find a deal. Here's a 2-pack of 4 amp hour batteries for $85.69. We're going to have a whole bunch of Craftsman here because Ace went nuts on Craftsman. Swan Lake coming back at it again. 232-piece ultimate screwdriver bit set. It even has, besides all the bits and everything else, look, it's got a little driver there over on the right-hand side. You got a ton of adapters in there. Look at, you got all the security bits. You got some extensions, a flex extension. That's a nice set and a nice green case there for $27. It is worth it. But we're going to toss in a 20% off coupon on top of that. This is a great set to pick up. But before you click on this one, we got the Makita set. Now, this is a super high-end impact bit set. I got to tell you, for me, usually if I'm picking go-to stuff, my favorites are Makita and Bosch. I don't mind the DeWalt stuff. I often get the DeWalt stuff just because it's on sale a lot. That Swan Lake one is tempting, but you're looking at an impact. Remember, I know it's not black, but this is an impact set here for $27. That's 40% off. It's Makita. You're paying for that Makita teal. Now we got the DeWalt drill bit set here, 14-piece set for was it a split point for plastic, wood, and metal. It's 41% off, coming in at under that $10 mark that I really like there. That's a great set to pick up. Plutio, I've talked about this one. We've talked about ratchets. This is the only one I think that would even come close to competing with the price point on the Bauer. It's at that same price point, but you're getting the batteries with it and you're getting the 12 volt. Is it going to be high power? No. Is it going to be high speed? No. But it's small, it's compact. And if you're looking for something like that and you don't want to get into the Bauer line with a full power, full size battery, I totally get it. At $50, this one's worth trying out. I know a lot of you guys have picked these up. I haven't heard anything negative back from them. I actually have a couple Plutio products that they sent me a long time ago, and then they never talked to me again. I don't know what's going on with them. But I think the products are decent for the price. $45 here on a one-hand recip. You're getting the battery, charger, the bag. It seems like a decent tool there. All right, let's keep going. We got Black & Decker. I've got a couple of vacs, a little hand vac for cleaning up around the shop there, $65, 28% off right now, limited time deal. And then we got the Black & Decker stick vac that, it can change forms and you can attach things, everything cordless again, $125, call it what it is. That's 38% off. How about this one? The detachable vac on the VacMaster. This is a great combo kit for the home and for the shop there. $69.99. It's an excellent 6-gallon wet dry vac, but then it also detaches and becomes a blower. Blowing out the sawdust, I try to keep my shop clean is always something I'm chasing, and having something like that where I can just plug it in, I don't have to worry about batteries and just go, and I got 2 tools in one. All right, we got the step ladder here, and we're like a 5-step ladder with handrails, with the paint and tool caddy there at $109. And again, these are more like step stairs than a step ladder. I really like them, especially for us with bigger feet. Those rungs, come on, those rungs hurt when I got size 15, bear paws down there, and those little tiny rungs on some of those ladders are not comfortable. I love stuff like this. It's a lot easier to go up and down on. All right, let's keep going. We got the DeWalt. We got a bunch of a bunch of accessories here. We got the DeWalt right angle impact, 1.5 inch, coming in at just under $20. Then we've got the 3-piece kit. I really like this one because you can make it a stubby, you can extend it. It's got the handle to help with that twist control on it. 2-in-1 attachment. It's $25. We got some DeWalt recip blades, not the top of the line ones, but a nice little accessory pack. Basic blades. They'll cut metal, they'll cut wood, they'll cut all sorts of stuff, coming in at $16.97, just under $17. Then we got, check this out, the DeWalt metal shear. This turns your drill into a metal shear for under $50. That is, if you've been thinking about picking up a metal shear so you can do some sheet metal cutting and stuff, this is a great way to do it rather than doing it with a grinder. Coming in at $50, yeah, that's a go-to one. All right, and then we've got the K-Brands auger bit. You're planting some stuff, trying to dig some small holes, that kind of stuff. Depends on your soil. If you've got decent soil, this thing's going to be great. If you got really hard, rocky soil, might not be the best thing out there, but if you do, try it and let me know. I'd love to hear what your feedback is on it. Coming in at $20.67. I know I'm moving fast. We got a lot to get through here today. Look at this, 61. Now we got it. There's some weird twists on this one, so hold on. All right, we got the 60-watt adjustable temperature soldering iron. This is a 9-in-1, 5 tips, solder wire stand for solder repair, yada, yada, yada. Nice little soldering iron there for $8.49. Then we've got the Kaiweets digital multimeter here, and we've talked about them. We've had them in the shop. They're decent. I wouldn't put them like on mains and stuff like that, but for checking batteries and doing that kind of basic kind of low voltage kind of stuff, sure, $12.74 on that one. And then you get the combo kit. Now this is a different brand here, and I'm not too sure about it, but it's $12.59, and you're getting the 60-watt adjustable soldering iron. You're not getting as many tips, but you're getting a ton of accessories, plus the bag with the multimeter for $12.59. So that's going to have to be a choice you're going to have to make between the three of those. Now we got this one, the laser measure from Rockseed, or is it the Rockseed laser? I don't know. 165 feet digital laser measure meter with 2 bubble levels for $22.36. I got to tell you, I've really become accustomed to using these things. At first, I thought they were kind of gimmicky. I use them all the time now. And I even like the little built-in bubble level, so I can just set it on something quickly, see whether I'm on level or not. And usually, as my wife says, I'm about a bubble off plumb. But that said, for $22, that is a nice pickup on that one. You trust me, you will use it more than you think you would. We got the laser level Rockseed Crossline laser. Again, I don't make the deals, guys. I just find them, and this is, I know it's a Bosch lookalike, but it's cheap, is what it is. If you're looking for a basic 2-line laser level and you're on a tight budget, or maybe you just want something that's semi-disposable, you don't care if it goes AWOL, $23.18. Now, again, this one I hesitated on it. It's kind of I bought one of these for myself. All right. Years ago, and they're kind of gimmicky. They're not kind of gimmicky. They're gimmicky, but they're nice little, maybe a gift for dad. You don't know what to get him or something. Or just kind of something fun to have around and maybe to keep at the desk and whatnot. But that said, it's got a screwdriver in it. It's got a tablet point on it. It's got a bottle opener. It's got a level. It's got a tape measure. It's a pen. It's on sale. Let me go back here. It's on sale down from $12, $11.79, 35% off down to $7.69. But there is a $4 off coupon, which means this is $3.69. For me, this is the kind of thing that I do where I will go and I'll buy a dozen of these things. I'll buy as many as I can. And then I'll just keep them in a box. And come Christmas or anytime I'm there's a gift, I got to get some. Oh, yeah, I'll give them one of the pens. Just a great way, because I'm terrible at shopping in the moment. I still haven't shopped for Mother's Day. I got to get my act together. What about you all? If you haven't bought stuff for Mother's Day yet, put it down in the comments, because we're all in the same basket. Maybe there's something. Hey, maybe mom wants a pen like this. It doesn't have to be for Father's Day. All right, names. If you're a company and you're thinking about a name and you're unsure, email me. I will help you out, because this is not right. Oh, my inner teenager is losing his mind. Anyway, that said, it's a nice little nut driver set for $8. I got to move on. I'm going to lose it. Oh my gosh. DeWalt DX, I don't need to describe it. It's a big ass fan, and summer's around the corner. It's going to start getting hot. Don't torture yourself. Look at this. It's a nice big rolling fan on a stand. It's normally $220. It's on sale right now, 21% off, down to $173. Be cool this summer. Don't get heat stroke. Cool down your shop. You know you hated it last year. Don't lie to me. How many of you are sweating your you-know-what off in your shop? Get a fan or an AC unit. Anyway, let's keep going here. I'm having one of those days. WorkPro 150-piece sanding set. 150-piece sanding set for $15.89. This is your typical 5-inch. This is for an orbital sander. You got, let's see here, 10 grades, 60, 80, 100, 120, 150, 180, 240, 320, 400, 600. You got them all. It's like a Pokemon sanding pack. Anyway, we got some pruners here. We got the Mueller Soft Grip on sale, 61% off, down to under $10, $9.87. You want something a little fancier, a little more deluxe? We got the Imprez premium garden clippers here with the brass knuckle accessory built in. Look at that, $19.79. Because I know when I'm pruning, I like to have that self-defense. Blue Jays, you got Blue Jays? They can be annoying, huh? They'll come after you if you're not careful. Anyway, let's keep going. We got the Fiskars. This thing, this is one of these ones I thought was a gimmick, the whole geared kind of thing. My wife went out and bought a pair without talking to me. Who does that? Seriously. But you know what? She bought a pair of these. I thought they were stupid. I tried them once. I'm like, wow, that really works, actually. So I got to recommend them. 15-inch power gear super pruners. Normally $39, 36% off, down to $25. But we got, we like to stack it. 5% off coupon here is going to take it down to $20. This is one of the ones where people don't believe it. I didn't believe it until I tried it. This is one of the ones, the I told you so kind of tools. All right, we got a couple Craftsman torque wrenches here. We got the 1/2-inch torque wrench coming in at $65 with the nice long reach handle. And then we've got the 3/8 coming in at $55 on that. Both of those, what do we got? 38% off and 42% off there. Then we got this one, Hongwei. Of course, they're a well-known brand that nobody's ever heard of. I don't know Hongwei. Anyway, point is, I was just looking for some drywall anchors the other day, and I stumbled across this. You got a bunch of screws, a bunch of drywall anchors. Comes in a nice case to keep it all nice and tidy, so you have everything where you want. One and done kind of solution. Under $14, $13.48. Then we got the Dremel. Check this out. 21% off a list. Any kind of good sale on a Dremel is a decent sale. The 4300, 540 there, high performance rotary tool, 5 attachments, 40 accessories. You get the case, the whole 9 yards there. It's just under $100, 21% off, taking it down to $99. All right, we got Irwin drill bit. Come on, this is the speed bore, right? Yeah, this is a speed bore set. I remember when these came out, fell in love with them. They make fantastic bits there. 3-piece one here for under $10, 67% off, down to $9.98. Then we got the Bosch portable gravity. This is the Cadillac of stands out there with the gravity rise on it. You just hit the button and the thing pops right up on you. And you know what? For you guys who are jealous of those Ryobi tables, you can put, I'll tell you what, you can put a piece of plywood on it. Then you got that Ryobi portable table. That thing, I don't get that thing. I know a lot of people are excited about it. Anyway, this is a great stand here. Under $389, coming in at 75% off. That's a great deal. And then Bosch has got some just amazing bid sales going on. So what we're looking at here is save $20. That's 20% off of $100. When you spend $100 of any of these items, and they've got, of course, I'm a big fan of the Bosch bits, and they've got a ton of choices here. They even have the X-Lux grinding wheels. There's a Bosch tripod, I guess, for the laser level. And but I can't go through it all. There's show more. It keeps going. And then they also have a second deal, save $10 off when you buy $50 of these items. And these are more the cutting and sanding accessories. So there's a bunch of that also. So if you like the Bosch stuff as much as I do, and you're looking to save a little bit extra money, filling up your accessories and your consumables, this is a good deal to take a look at. Now let's keep going. We got the electric pressure washer. We've talked about this one before here. It's on sale right now for $139. That's 18% off. It's got the nice hose reel built into it, so you can just get everything nice and neat. That's a big thing for me. It's got the pressure one. It has a soap dispenser that attaches. It's not built in. And don't call it a foam cannon. It's not a foam cannon. It just helps get the soap on the car or whatever it is you're washing. All right. All right, let's keep going. We got the Greenworks 40 volt. Again, Greenworks, my favorite kind of mid-tier, kind of best bang for the buck out there. 40 volt, 8-inch pole saw here with 2 amp hour battery. If you haven't used a cordless pole saw, you're missing out. It makes life so much easier, so much safer. I mean, especially if you're doing, like if you're not cutting huge logs and stuff like that, even if I'm cutting small firewood, it's just, I already have the pole saw set up because we're always trimming trees and stuff with it. I can just sit there and grab it and whack some stuff off, and then I'm not up on top of a chainsaw, and it's a lot safer. I can let the wife do it, and I don't really worry about it nearly as much as I would if she was actually out there with like a 14-inch chainsaw. And then we got the Ego. Of course, love Ego, the Cadillac outdoor power equipment. The ST1521S 15-inch string trimmer with power load, carbon fiber shaft. The whole 9 yards comes with a 2.5 amp hour battery plus the charger, $217.99. Again, it's the top of the line. That's why you're kind of paying that price. And this is with the carbon fiber, the battery, the charger, everything else in there. That's why it's at that price. But at 13% off, it's a nice little savings if you're looking to go that route. Now, we've got the Vosti Mini Labrador here, and we got the Mini Labrador in silver, and then we got the Black Lab here also. Now, they're $69. They're both $69, but there's a 15% off coupon. Now, I have both of these. Vosti did send these to me. Great company. They're not the biggest. These are small, kind of like a gentleman style kind of pocket knife there, if I can get it in front of my face there. Now, everyone knows I'm a huge fan of Black Labs. Love our lab. She's a wonderful pup. and 10 years old, just turned 10. So, but she still acts like a puppy. Anyway, I think these are fantastic little knives. I want to like the black one because I love my black lab, but I like this one better just because, well, you know what? If I set it down, the silver is easier to see rather than the black one. And you know what? The great thing, it's got a nice big, probably overbuilt pocket clip on it. The clip on this thing is stupidly robust. You could throw it in a pocket, you can throw it in your other pocket, you just pull it out, and it's got the finger index on it, so you don't even have to look at it. You can just pop it right open, and the blade on this thing is wickedly sharp. Yeah, and you can see it's used. This is the one I pick up and I use all the time. I really do. I can't say enough about Vosti. They make fantastic stuff. Each one of them comes with one little, where are they here? If I can dig it out of my drawer, I got so many of these things. Here we go. Each of them comes with a little case like this. Usually comes with a cleaning cloth and whatnot in it. Yep, there's the little Vosti cleaning cloth. There's the inside of the case, nice bright orange, so you can actually see what's in it. That's one thing I had to learn the hard way is stop buying bags that have black interiors because you'll never find anything in them. All right, anyway, again, links to everything down below. Let's keep moving along. We've got, now this is the portion of people who sent these in, all right? These are viewer submissions. Now, here's what I'm gonna say. If you wanna submit a deal, you can email me at red@denoftools.com, all right? And it comes directly to me, and I always try to respond and everything else. If you have any questions, I'll try to respond. That said, please put deals of the week in the subject line. That way I can sort it, because I get hundreds of emails every day. It takes me so much time to go through emails. So if you can, just to help me out, put deals of the week up there. Also try to wait till later in the week to find deals, because if you find me a deal tomorrow or even later today, chances are by next Monday that deal will be sold out. All right, so just wait, make sure it's still there around Friday, Saturday, or Sunday and send it over. In fact, you can send it over first thing in the morning as long as it gets here before like 8 a.m. Mountain Time. That's usually when I start working on this, and I stop checking my emails after that. So if you get them into me, I'll be happy to include them. I'll try to give you a shout out if you like. Anyway, this first one, this is a great deal, and this got sent over to us. Let's see, who sent this over? This was, if I can get my mouse, where'd my mouse go? Here we go. Russ sent this over. And these are inserts that you put into sockets, and they make any of your sockets magnetic. That's a pretty cool, I've heard of these before. I've never used them. I know some people use them a lot. I could definitely see if you're working with, especially a lot of these small little fiddly bit kind of stuff, worrying about, and I guess honestly, for the stuff that I've done in the past, I used to build like server rooms and stuff like that, and Wi-Fi towers, and I'm constantly working with small bolts like that, and I use stuff like this all the time. So many drop bolts. That would have saved me so much hassle. Anyway, it's on sale right now. It's $18 normally, but there's a 20% off coupon. You get a pack, a 21-piece pack of them. I think that's a great pickup. They're even color-coded, so look at that. You can have SAE and metric, and you can tell at a glance what you got there. All right, next up we've got, this was, who sent this one over? I forgot who sent this. I feel terrible. I had it, wait, let me check the next one. I thought I had it jotted down here. Anyway, this is over at Ace, I believe. And we got the Craftsman, looks like torque wrenches. These are the torque wrenches, the ones I just showed you. And look at this. They're on sale. So we got the click type torque wrench, normally $110 and $99, on sale for $45 each. Now this might be, your mileage may vary, because stuff like this, it can change store to store. I don't know if managers can do it, but again, also if you're shopping at Ace, you want to get that Ace, the rewards card. Make sure you get the deals. Here we go. Look at this mechanics test set, or mechanics set here, 159 piece, normally $200. It's on sale for $100 here. The 159 set here. Let's keep going. Actually, let's jump over, before we do this, let's jump over to Ace and see what Ace has. We got the Craftsman V20 here. This is a cordless pressure washer, 1.25 GPM. It's normally $550. It's on sale right now for $300. All right, let's keep going. We got another Craftsman battery, the 4 amp hour battery here for $39. You're saving 67% off of that one. Then we got the Craftsman multi-tool kit. You're getting the battery and the charger here, $69. Now, you got to remember, this is just a slightly toned down version from the DeWalt. And it's got the same kind of release, which I love. It's a great tool. The DeWalt's on sale at best at right around $100. So $69 on this, considering it's only slightly a step down from the DeWalt, that's a great price. All right, let's keep going here. Now, to be fair, the DeWalt is brushless and this is brush, but still, it's a good tool. And we've got the Craftsman 20-piece set here. It's on sale for $20. You're getting the ratchet, the extensions, and some quarter-inch sockets there. We've got the 256-piece Craftsman set here. It's on sale from $200 down to $100 off, down to $100. That's another solid set. All right, let's jump back over to Woot, because this is, I had dozens of people sent me this link. I'm not going to go through each one. This is over on Woot. Now remember, Woot is Amazon's sister company, deals of the day kind of stuff. When it's gone, it's gone. So you got to jump on it quick, all right? Check these out. We got Knipex. We got the Knipex 10-inch. Again, I'm not going to go through all of them. You can pause the video and take a look. And then we got the Wera stuff. Look at this. The Check Plus set that I absolutely love there for $70. We got the insulated set there for $59. The Wera Craftform, the ratcheting screwdriver, it's $40. Just a ton of great stuff. And then we got some gear wrench stuff. There's a ton of tools on sale right now. I'd probably skip on the Porter cable. A ton of tools right now over at Woot. So go check them out. All right, let's keep going here. How about this over at Lowe's? The 104-piece Craftsman with the toolbox. It's on sale, $50 off, down to $99. I told you there's a lot of Craftsman stuff going on. All right, we're going to jump over to Walmart. Again, I had this one last week. It was such a great deal. It's still going on. It's $45, folks, $44.52 for a 7,000 lumen 3-head with the tripod light. It's not cordless, which is great for a light like this. You plug it in. It's got the cord wrap there. You see down on one of the legs. Whole thing folds up. The whole thing is like foldable, bendable. You can pose it however you like. It's the Barbie of work lights, coming in at $44.52. The Gorilla Cart. Someone over in the Facebook group was just talking about this. You are a member of the Facebook group, right? Don't get me wrong. I hate Facebook, and I don't use it much really for personal stuff. But for setting up a group, it's one of the best ways to communicate. We have almost 120,000 members over there sharing deals, helping each other. We try to patrol the group and get rid of all the trolls and all that kind of stuff, and just people who are trying to be helpful and friendly and that kind of thing. There's links down below to the Facebook group. It's free to join. In fact, it's auto approval. Just make sure you answer all the questions when you sign up, which means you understand the rules and that you're going to agree to the rules. Once you do that, it'll let you in. You get access to everything. But anyway, one of the guys was asking, hey, what do you think about this Gorilla Cart? It's a fantastic deal on a fantastic tool. $169. That is down from $229 on that one. All right, and then over at Menards, check this out. We got the Bora Speed Horse. This is probably the best quick release folding sawhorse. I mean, this thing's fantastic. Bora makes some really neat accessories here. It's coming in. It's $80 plus the rebate on sale. The pricing cart, I believe, is $62 and change, which is a great price for this. Then we got over at Home Depot, we've got the brushless. This is a cordless table saw from Ryobi. A brushless table saw coming in at $259. That's 24% off. Now, this is a Cinderella deal. It turns back into a pumpkin at midnight. You got 12 hours, 35 minutes, 27, 26, 25, and counting. Then we got deals of the day. There's a ton of stuff, guys. There's just a ton of stuff, but I got to talk about the Milwaukee 12 volt over here for $249. That is a great tool set up there. Plus, you get the ratchet with that. Is it hackable? I think it is. It might be. We got the rigid light system here for $129, and then we got the DeWalt, not cordless, but it comes with the scissor stand. Make sure it's going to fall over and hurt everybody. I'm not a fan of those stands. Anyway, $329 on that. All right, we got some bonus items here for you. We got the Govee floor lamp. Now, if I have to talk about these because I use them. All right. Let's see if you can see it. Actually, the one right over my shoulder. Whoop, really wrong. That's one. That's this exact same lamp. It's faced towards the wall. I get the diffuse lighting. Now, if I pan this over, there you can see the other one I have, and I have two more on the opposite wall. They're completely not wireless, but I mean they plug in, but they're Wi-Fi controlled, the whole 9 yards. This one's on sale. They're normally $100. It's on sale right now for $60. And then we also have this one here, which is like the shelf wall, more broad lighting. And that's the ones you see right here and right there. They're on all those shelves. Let me get rid of that. This one is on sale. It covers that whole wall over there. It's on sale for $35, down from $50. And this is what you can do with it. And I'm going to say her name, she who shall not be named. So I'm sorry if it sets off your device. But Alexa, set studio to blue. And she didn't hear me. Alexa, set studio to blue.
Okay.
There we go. All right. And it's just that easy. And if I want to be able to have it bright and see stuff, Alexa, set studio to white.
Okay.
And now it brightens things up and we can go back to the mood lighting. Alexa, set studio to red. And you can go through any of the color lightings. You can set up different regions and zones in the whole 9 yards. Anyway, I love these things. This is a 2-pack. It comes with the mounting pieces there that all attaches to your phone and, of course, to all your little smart voice control devices as well. Then we have the Bonsai 0.6 cubic safe. It's a little safe box. I know some of you keyboard warriors are going to be down there. These things aren't safe. The lock-picking lawyer said, yeah, you know what? Have you tried doing it? I get it. This dude's a professional lockpicker practically at this point. He may be a lawyer, but I think he spends all his time on YouTube. And I love him. I'm subscribed. I love the stuff he does, but you're not him. You're not him, dude. You're not. So don't give me this whole like so-and-so could pick it up. This is not to keep out like professional cat burglars and such. This keeps prying fingers away. Bolt it down to something and it's not going anywhere. Quick access, very convenient, great way to store stuff and keep it, reasonably safe. Remember, the first level of security is obscurity. All right. Also, fireproof bags. People ask me, well, how do you keep your stuff fireproof if your safes aren't entirely fireproof? Fireproof bags. It's just that simple. $10. It doesn't even have to be in a safe. If you put it in a fireproof safe, though, because we're always of the 2 is 1, 1 is none, we do have some fire-resistant safes. And we keep all the truly valuable stuff in a bag, just like that, in the safe. So we can rest just fine knowing that if a fire did happen in our 1.5 foot thick stone house, unlikely, but still, if it did happen, we would be protected. All right, the stuff we truly care about, besides the kids and the dog, would be safe. We don't make them sleep in fireproof bags, but maybe, I don't know, if they get out of hand, I'll think about it. All right, let's keep going. Kitchen, I know some of you like to cook. I love to cook. And I got to tell you, I love KitchenAid. They make the mixers. I absolutely love the mixers. Here's your ice cream maker. You throw this in the freezer, and then you take it out, and you just whip it up in this, and it makes ice cream instantly. $69.95, just under $70. I got to tell you, I got one of those Ninja Freezies. I think I got it for Father's Day last year, and I love that I got it. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. It's basically a shaved ice machine. You have to make everything ahead of time, and you have to cook, do all this stuff, and then you have to freeze it for like 24 hours. Then you put it in there, and then it does it. And yeah, I'd just rather get something like this because I could make it, put it right in there, and have instant ice cream. All right, let's keep going here. Check this out. The KitchenAid shaved ice attachment. Boy, Summer, you want some really good drinks? Here you go, $75 shaved ice. I love KitchenAid mixers just because of all the attachments. And this is one I've never even heard of, so I'm excited about that. Then we got this last one, or actually we've got the last two here, which is the Nguyen coffee supply. So if you've never had Vietnamese coffee, all right, and I'm not a huge coffee drinker, but I like coffee. I like making coffee more than I probably like drinking coffee. But this stuff, I keep getting it wrong. This stuff is crack, all right? Straight up, I'm going to cause an addiction here, and you're going to hate me for the rest of your life because this is going to be the best thing you ever had. So what it is, you have to have they have these little, and this one comes with the coffee and with the little coffee maker thing, all right? So what you do is you set it up over a glass. Now you can do it with just the coffee, but typically what you do is you pour some condensed milk in the bottom, put some ice in it, you do it in a tall glass, and it looks, actually I have a picture right here, looks just like that. All right, and you set it in there, and you pour some hot water, you fill up the little thing, and you let it steep. And you can even, traditionally guys would sit there, you take the little lid off, and you could take it, and there's a little plunger in there, and you let it go up and down, and you kind of fiddle with it, and you get the kind of press that you want out of it and stuff. It's just kind of a fiddly thing to do while you're waiting and smelling the coffee. Then it goes down in there, then you take it out, take a spoon, you mix the whole thing together. Oh my gosh, it is just, it's crack. If you've never had it, trust me, and I've tried a lot of things. I've had like frappuccinos and all that kind of stuff. Nothing quite hits like this. The Vietnamese coffee is where it's at. The grind has to be at a specific level to work with the holes that are in the metal. So if you're trying to make it yourself, do some research on Google and figure out how to do it. And then the other thing you need is condensed milk. Now, so you're looking at $4 for organic condensed milk. You can probably pick some up at the store, but if you don't want to, I'm going to put a link into it down here. But this is it. This is the stuff. I absolutely love it and can't recommend it enough. I have to stay away from it because, man, one glass in the morning will get you awake. It's like a launch pad. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Let me know what you think the best deal was down below. Thanks again to our sponsor, X-Tool. If you're looking for a bidirectional scanner, man, that is where it's at. That's all we got. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.